remember driving up the hill on 163, going towards Millstadt, and I was starting to panic because I was sliding everywhere, and I started praying, asking the Lord to make sure that me and my daughter made it home safely, because I wasn't sure if I was going to make it. My chest started hurting then, and I made it up to the hill, and the Lord answered my prayer because He wasn't going to allow me to go any farther, because I started sliding over on Concordia Road, and when I tried to straighten out my car, I just kept sliding more onto 163, so I stopped right there. And I remember my daughter, Shelby, asking me if I was all right, and I'm like, no, my chest is starting to hurt. And I could feel my body starting to go numb. And another gentleman come and knocked on the window. And I remember him saying that he was a first responder, and his name was Willie. At this time, she dialed 911, and I felt myself slowly blacking out.
When she started to kind of black out a little bit, well, the first responder was talking to her and basically, asking her questions. Does your chest feel tight? Can you breathe? Stuff like that. And, she's like, I can hardly breathe. And a couple points she's like, I can't feel my hands. I can't feel my arms. And pretty soon she kind of just became totally unresponsive. It was just really cold outside, and they were worried about her being really cold, so they asked her if they could bring her into the church. She gave them permission with the blink of her eyes. Poor guys, they brought out a table and just slowly but surely getting her out of this car because she couldn't move, couldn't do anything. And all them guys, the group of guys, just carried her up the hill and into the church. They were actually stuck up on the hill. They couldn't get down because of how slick the roads were and traffic and stuff. So they came down to us and making sure she was good to go. And what was it, four-wheeler?
Yeah, a neighbor showed up with his gator.
Gator, yeah.
And they strapped a Sunday school hall table that she was on the back of the gator and took her up the hill.
Yeah.
After they had stabilized her, the EMTs come in and they had an IV bag and everything.
Right.
Hung it on the microphone stand and did whatever they needed to stabilize her, and then they hauled her up the hill, and
slowly but
the
surely.
guys walked up the icy hill behind her
did.
to make sure she didn't slide off. So
Yeah.
a couple of people said I saw a miracle here tonight,
Yes.
Pastor. I saw a miracle.
It was a
and it was
very great
a Christmas miracle.
miracle.